Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kudash. Welcome to another live lesson. This one is called Edification, just simply Edification. And pretty much, I just wanted to say a couple of words about this video that Elder Apostle Tahari uploaded to his channel. And pretty much, I was watching the video. I watched almost the whole thing. And, the brother was getting down there in Orlando. And, it's a very edifying video because it's nothing extravagant. It's just basic stuff. But you could see and you could feel the spirit, with the brother, teaching, and edifying, and going into it and, breaking things down and making it simple, because when you're out there, you don't want to make it too complicated. You just want to hit points, and hit a scripture and then move on, because when you try to do like in-depth breakdowns on the street, it never really works out because there's so much going on. It's impossible, to stay on that one course. And there was this one Edomite looking chick that came up and kind of interrupted the brother. And I was getting like a little agitated, because the brother was getting down, and then he had to stop for that. And, it wasn't edifying, not on his behalf, but on her behalf, because she wasn't really getting it. And she left, and then he got right back in that same spirit, that he was in prior to that. Not saying that the brother wasn't in the spirit at that time, but these people, they throw you off. But this is a very good video. I put it in the description box. This is a good way, of teaching. Scriptures say, let's see, just get this one precept. I'm just going to say a couple of words and then close it out. I just was moved by, by that video. And like I said, you could tell when a brother's in the spirit, You could hear, you could see the motions. You could hear the words coming out. You could hear everything. It just meshes together perfectly, and that's pretty much what you want. Basic, simple teachings with basic, fundamental building block scriptures. To edify, and that's it. Make it easy to understand. Romans 15:2. Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification. This is a very good edifying video. All right. It says 1 Corinthians 14:3, but he that prophesies speaketh unto men to edification. And that's what it's about. And exhortation and comfort. Yeah, because sometimes you edify, sometimes you exhort, and then sometimes you comfort. Brother may be going through something, and something that you might say, the Spirit will have you say, bring out certain precepts, will comfort that brother or that sister's spirit. 2 Corinthians 10:8, it says, for though I should boast somewhat more of our authority, which the Lord hath given us for edification and not for your destruction, I should not be ashamed, because it's about edification. Now, when you break the word edification down, it means to build, because in the book of Isaiah, right? Let's get this real quick. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, right, and 1, it says, comfort ye, my people, saith your power. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem and cry unto her, because Jake is going through what they're going through, but they have no clue or idea why they're going through it. So our job is to go out there, bring out the prophecies. If they ask, certain questions, edify, give them the hope that is in us, of salvation, and that's pretty much it. It says that her warfare is accomplished, right? Because we've paid, for our transgressions, even though we still got to go through the, Jacob's trouble. We're at the end of this, because on the flip side of that is the kingdom of heaven. And this is something that Jake has no hope for, And the scriptures, even in the curses, say that, among these nations thou shalt find no ease. You shall be vexed, pretty much. It says, and her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins, right? So now it's time, to build Jake back up. But also understanding that not every Israelite is going to get it. So it's just throwing the line out there. Whoever gets it, they get it. Whoever doesn't, they don't. Because another thing is, you have these different groups out here that are trying to save all Israel. The Lord ain't trying to save all Israel. He's out here to get the elect, and once he gets his elect, that's it. No one should have to break their neck trying to get Jake to see this. Because at the end of the day, if they're meant to get it, they're going to get it. If they're not meant to get it, they're not going to get it. And that is just that cut and dry. Romans 11:7, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. And this is why you get those Jakes out there that buck up against us, no matter how beautifully and edifying you break it down. If they're not meant to get it, they're not going to get it. It's just going to bounce. It ain't even going to go in the ear, or it's going to go in one ear out the other, or it's just going to bounce right back out. According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Right? Because they were set up for the downfall. And this is all in the plans of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. And this is why you see Jake in the condition that they're in. And that goes all the way back to the curses, which have fallen upon us in many different captivities. Brother put Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, right? That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And when you go back into like the book of Nehemiah, the book of Ezra, it says that they would read the law, read the Torah, and then they would give the sense, of what was being read. Because not only do you have to read it, but you have to break it down, because this book is a mystery. And until the Lord don't remove that seal from the individual Israelites' mind, if they're part of the elect, they're not going to understand. Even if they are part of the elect, they won't understand until the Lord pulls that veil back. So once the word enters, that begins that process, So like I said, this video is very edifying video. I watched almost the whole thing. I actually watched almost an hour and 20 minutes on the TV. I just had paused it here, pulling it up. And this is, and not saying that you brothers out there that are teaching are not doing the same thing, because all of you brothers edify when you teach. I'm just using this particular video as an example because it's a very good, wholesome, edifying, teaching, straightforward video. It's not fancy or trying to get too deep. You want to keep it simple. Let's see, the brother put up another precept. 2 Ezra 8:62, these things have I not showed unto all men beautiful, but unto thee and a few like thee. Right? Then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not showed me. And we're coming to that point because all of these things are speaking. And you notice that the majority of videos going out are based or centered around the financial system that's being implemented in place, which is the MOTB or the micro CHIP. The majority of the talk is about that because we're in that major prophecy being fulfilled even as we speak. Another one is World War III with Russia and these different nations coming together with different unions, fulfilling prophecy. All right? So, this is, like I said, you brothers out there, you also do very good edifying videos. But this video here, it's kind of sets like a standard, of teaching. Like I said, it's not to take away from any of you brothers out there teaching, because all you brothers, when you get out there and you teach, you're edifying, But this is a very good standard, to follow by. If you don't know how to teach, you watch videos like this and other, apostles and elders, and you'll get, an idea. And it's all through the Spirit, because the Spirit is the one that moves us to do whatever it is that we do. So with that, I pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. To the next time I say shalom. To water for tuning in.